Alright, today was our second day at the the retirement home, and I really saw God work just in the joy that the people had. They were so thankful that we were there volunteering our time to help paint, and I don't know, to me it didn't seem like a big deal that we were there helping, but to them it just made their day. And I know some of the people at the church that we spent the evening at said that they'll be talking about it for a very long time. It's just, they were so grateful.
I have seen God work, and when we were at the store, at the thrift shop, Karen and I and Emily, we were sitting on the couches and doing stuff on the shelf, and people would come in and out and tell stories about how they've met God, or how they've come to God, or what they've seen in the hurricanes and what they've lost, and all the people they lost, and just all the tragedy, but also the good things that have come from it. So that's the main way I've seen God work this week, and that's what's touched me, and made me, like, every time people talk about it, makes me want to cry, and it makes me think of that we have so much take for granted, and we all do.
So it's the last day of work this week. Today we finished up at the old folks home and finished up painting, doing all the trim work, lots of detail, lots of meticulous work. But we got done, we fought through it, we finished up. It's been a good week here in Mississippi. Been hot. There's a lot of sunburnt people, but it's been good. We've met a lot of nice people, and God has been good to us this week and blessed us with the relationships that we've made.
So I really like these trips because it's a time where I get to bond with the kids. You know, I have my small group girls, and I do talk to them throughout the week, but I really enjoy the chance to get to know all the rest of the kids and see their special personalities come out, which we have seen a lot of that this week, and it's just been a blessing to me. This is a time where we get to serve God, but we just have this special bond, and I really feel sorry for the people who don't get to come on these trips, because we come back and we have all these experiences and they miss out on it. And sometimes I feel bad because they see, you know, us all joking around. They can see how our friendships and our relationships have grown. And also this week has been really good. I think it was pretty cool that we got all the work done that they had for us. We got it done by Tuesday, but we saw how God worked by, he found other projects for us to do, which led to a very stressful Wednesday, and some of those relationships were tested very much, but thankfully we were able to have a church service on Wednesday night, and we kind of refocused, and today we kicked that job in the booty, and now we're all relieved. So anyways,
one of the ways that I saw God work today was through some of the people that we met, and they shared their stories with us. We had a devotion at the church tonight, so we met some of the other church people, and they just talked to us about kind of how the storm affected them and stuff like that. And there was one couple, it was Miss Jeanette and Rocky, and she was kind of talking about how even though they had nothing, she was still just so filled with, you know, Jesus' love, and just still just was praising him and everything. And that's really hard to, like, you know, wrap your head around with imagining everything that happened. I kind of talked to her later, and she was talking about how it wasn't just kind of like her house burned down, was how she explained it. It was more like, which is kind of how I think, like, a house got destroyed and that was all that happened. But she said that there was nothing. There was no bank. You couldn't go to the bank and get money. you couldn't get gas because there's no gas, there's no cars, everything was underwater, or had been underwater. And it was just like a ghost town, like everything was gone, but there was people still there. And she said, or someone had said that even like there was no bugs, there was no like cricket sounds, there was nothing, there was no birds, it was just silence. So it was just like a ghost town. And that's crazy to think about because, like she said, you kind of just picture they lost their houses and that's it. But you know, it was way more than that. And then they kind of wrapped it around to talking about how important your relationship is with Jesus, because when it comes down to things like that, you don't have your possessions, you don't have your house, you don't have your car, your phone, everything that you usually have is just gone. Your, you know, family pictures, your family, you know, heirlooms and everything like that is just gone. And they kind of made, you know, talked about how as long as you have God, that's all you need. You don't need anything like that. And as your church and as like a Christian group of people, it's not about numbers and it's not about money. It's about the relationship we have with the people and you have with God, and how you can share it with other people. It's not really about the possessions and the earthly things we think about.